beautiful South Florida. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Miami Dolphins. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. Certainly not the start they envisioned for themselves. Losers in 2 out of their first 3 games, including falling short last week. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. In the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in week 4. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
We both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball just about every play. But watching him perform last week where he threw 3 touchdown passes still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I can't wait to see what he does this week.
And he's got his man on the out route. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Off play action, here's White. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
To throw, White.
46-yard line.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
That's out to the left, flat and complete. The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of catches, 77 yards and a touchdown.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. So no gain on the play. 3rd and 7 now. You look at this Colt defense. They enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another 1st down at the Colts' 24-yard line. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable. And sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
White. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple of yards shy of the 30. So now the Colts will get their first opportunity with a football. And a look at the man under center. Now in his 8th season in the National Football League.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with the receiver?
Now Richardson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
That's good for a Colts. First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Richardson now going to fake the jet sweep, and he'll throw off play action. To the right side, complete to Taylor. He's still barreling through. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
That's another Colts first down.
Back to the air with Richardson. And this one complete to Smith. The Colts are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they fell in the opener. Got back on the beam with a win in week 2, but stumbled again last week to fall under 500.
And despite that stumble, I don't think anyone's too concerned because they've made mistakes that they believe are correctable. And this is a team still getting to know each other. I'm not that concerned, and neither are they.
Richardson. Now he's going to step up and run. Well, shifts past him. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They go play action with Richardson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
First down. First and goal, Indianapolis.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. A gain of 3.
There, Richardson back to throw it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
Austin Seibert on for the field goal. A 23-yard attempt.
Seibert able to knock this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Green able to dance free. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So Miami coming out for their second drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
The partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Brings up 3rd down and 13.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here's Smith to return it. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline, the ball is free. Taylor lost it. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were. And so possession will remain with Indy. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's a tap forward by Richardson. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Here's Richardson to throw. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down. All right, this is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
To number 88. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd.
Richardson looking to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a 1st down.
That's another Colts 1st down. A gain of 16 yards.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
He finds his man, complete. It's Torres. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
It'll be a gain of just a yard. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
It's a gain of a yard.
And Richardson yet again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A 1-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
A 36-yard attempt.
Seibert's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Looking to put a drive together. A play fake, now White. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too. A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
And that is incomplete.
like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move was there, but didn't buy him a whole lot.
It's a gain of 4.
Richardson looking to throw this. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. The Colts send out their punter as he's on the punt for the first time this afternoon. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. There goes Green. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. He returns that punt 73 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And as soon as they hand a rookie his playbook, they say you better make your mark on special teams if you want to hang around. I'd say returning one for a touchdown will definitely leave a memory.
Yeah, that's a pretty indelible mark here early on in his career. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 8. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Colts offense and running back Jonathan Taylor heading back onto the field. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating him up right now. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now it's Richardson fighting to stay upright. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good play and a well-timed run from Richardson to pick up the first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6 at their 49-yard line.
And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. Now he'll tuck this and run. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
It's a gain of 18. And the Colts, first down. A gain of 18 on the play.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they can at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
And Richardson slides down after evading the defense, and he moves the chains.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 16.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Taylor. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing It's third down. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Going for it on fourth. Here's Richardson. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to... And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Colts get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. From the shotgun, here's White. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sherman. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That is incomplete. So a tight one so far. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Colts going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
Operating from the gun. Richardson over the middle, complete. That's Smith. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Brings up third and
Richardson shotgun on third down. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he is going to have a Colts first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down.
first down. A gain of 4 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got Smith here. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 46-yard line.
Powers through it. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for a Colts. First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
They'll check this one down to Taylor. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play.
We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Richardson. And this one is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
That is caught. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
That's another Colts first down. A gain of 30. First down, Colts.
1st and 10, Taylor.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Back to throw. Richardson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
6-yard line.
Off play action. Richardson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Anthony Richardson
With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year.
And the Colts have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here.
The Colts will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Richardson will throw for it.
Keeps himself upright. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7.
Dolphins 14.
And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. In motion goes the tight end. They'll start with a quick throw complete out to the right.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 20.
Here's White. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. White.
He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Indy set to go on offense once more. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now Richardson. Now he'll tuck this and run. Shifts by him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
First down. A gain of 30. First down, Colts.
The option to give to Taylor here. They'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. From the 46, here's a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw. Richardson. He finds his man. Complete. It's Murray. It'll go as a gain of 4. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
It's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
At the 20-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Back to throw. Richardson. Throw right sideline is complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. From the shotgun, Richardson. Now he's going to feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week,
and that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From 6 yards away. And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack in the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. Green flexing his muscle. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return by Gameday set to take over. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They got to get going.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Out of bounds at the 40-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Now a give, right side. Thorne. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now White on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Now White. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. Here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 19-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Thorne. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. White looks to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
Just for baseball, we call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Here's Richardson to throw. No, bottled up. It's out. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Now White. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sherman. 2nd and goal from the 1.
A gain of 7. second and goal.
To throw, White. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Okay, I know it's an old line, but it still applies here. The fat lady has not sung yet. She may be warming up, but she hasn't sung yet. There's still an opportunity.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Good-looking return set up here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Colts offense and Anthony Richardson ready for this next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper it at 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Richardson will keep it once again. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Again, it's Taylor. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
The Colts send out their punter. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. So the Dolphins now down 28-21, a minute 50 to play. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's White. Pass complete to Green. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
That gets him the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
White looking to throw. Got a man, that's IU. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
White Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now he'll take this and run.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Worth in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 39.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And a spike comes now with just under 40 ticks left.
A little less than 40 seconds remaining. Here comes 2nd and 10. Now White. On his slant, completes a Green. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
He's got his target. That's complete.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Here's 1st and 10.
That's good for a Dolphins first down.
And they'll stop it with 4 seconds showing on the clock.
The ball on the 16 for 2nd and 10.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. They'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.